It's been exactly 1 year since me and my friends made our first short film on YouTube called The Weekend, and this is the one that kind of kickstarted this whole YouTube channel, me talking about my filmmaking stuff and just making movies on this channel. Making The Weekend last year was such a fun time. We filmed it over 2 months and we edited it over 1 month, and just the whole process of it, and it came out around Thanksgiving break. We had such a fun time just making it, and I haven't seen it in quite some time, so I'm excited to do a 1 year kind of anniversary reaction to the video and just seeing how it holds up. I'm excited to review this. I haven't seen it in quite a while, so hopefully I won't cringe too hard. And yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. Thriller short film, The Weekend, recorded on iPhone. So this is part of my iPhone collection movies. Made a few other movies on iPhone, The Sprinkler, Yo What's Up Guys, Pick Up at Arby's, At the Sunshine State, a bunch of other projects. I'm at the current moment, I'm moving away from the iPhone movies and getting more into, you know, with the crew, with the actual camera and stuff. Let's just watch it, I guess. Tick, tick, tick. Alright, one thing that I noticed right away is something that I learned. When you're making a short film that's super low budget and you don't have any resources, the best thing you could do is start out your short film with like the highest quality, the best shot ever. And I think we started out with 2 low quality shots. I mean, I really like how we started out, like kind of mysterious, like, you know, they're robbing or they're breaking into this house, and it's kind of like, I don't know, there's more tension there. There's so many great shots in this movie, and we'll probably go over that. If I start out with, like, I don't know, I obviously remember parts of it. Like, if I start out with, like, the beach scene, like this, for example, like, people will be like, oh, wow, this is actually, looks pretty nice. But this is something I like to take away.
Yo, you find it?
Nah, we're still looking. Anybody outside yet?
Nah, no one's.
Alright, pause real quick. I actually really love this opening scene. You know, my friends Evan and Abdil, they did an amazing job with their acting and stuff and remembering the lines. So I give props to them again. I think how it started out with the phone call thing, we actually did that in real life, where, you know, Evan had the phone and then Abdil was like a yard away. Like, he called him on the phone, and that was in real time. And just going back here, I think it said Saturday, October 7th. That was the day of my 20th birthday, so that was kind of like a little bit of an Easter egg right there. But anyways.
Alright, man.
Everything in this car scene, it came out so well, and we recorded all the lines and on the phone, obviously in real time, but overall it sounded really nice. You know, obviously the sets up that they're you know, cashing out this house, they're breaking into it. Marcus here, Evan, is the getaway driver, and something bad happens in a second, so I'll just replay that. There's a gunshot, music builds. I forgot one thing. Evan had a major hard time not to laugh during the scenes. Obviously, this was his first time acting and whatever, being a part of anything like this, but he just cracked up every time we start filming and every time he starts saying his lines. Just because how funny and cringe it just makes you feel. And right away in this part, he turns away real quick because he's about to crack up. That's one thing, like, you can barely see him smile. One thing, you know, obviously I'm recording on iPhone. One thing I didn't like using about the iPhone is at nighttime, the dark scenes and the nighttime scenes are super low quality. Like, you know, the quality just drops. I mean, there's nothing much you can do except have, like, you know, fast-paced camera movement just to kind of give that illusion that it's a motion blur. And you'll see this more throughout the movie. It just really takes a damper on the quality. A part of this opening scene, I think we could have done way better. I think maybe if we had it in the daytime, obviously it would have been a little bit tricky because it's a robbery scene. but having the quality kind of dampered down. We see then the first opening shots and as he's running to it. But I think the acting, the overall setup of the scene played out great, and it played out for the best of us.
Oh my God, James.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Here comes the cringe.
That bastard almost killed me, though.
Who, Moses?
Yeah, Moses. The guy shot me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Moses.
Oh, God. I was cringing my ass off when we did the premiere for this. I can't stand seeing myself act or whatever. Like, I have a hard time reviewing over my footage when I create these videos. So I really just had a hard time just acting. And we have like so many bloopers of me just like fucking up my lines. And I only have like 3 lines in the entire movie.
He tried to take the money, but he didn't get a chance to. Well, it's only $5,000 left, so it's gotta be here somewhere.
No, doesn't matter. We need to go now. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. They're walking out. One thing that I really think we did a great job on is the music and the music cues and stuff. Like, we have this really ominous like music as they're walking out of the house. Someone portrayed them, and it really fits the scene. And having music that fits each part of the moment, and that's something we really nailed on the tone of it, and just the overall weight of people's actions and how music comes into play in that.
Well, we can try to come back tomorrow and at least try to get the rest of it.
This is my favorite shot in the entire movie. We had so many great shots. Like, you could tell this is filmed on iPhone. So nice. The background, the greenery, how it affects the blue. A lot of color grading, obviously, but very basic stuff. I'm editing on Cape Cuts for this movie. So, and now we're at the beach. Clearwater Beach, 6:43, Sunday, October 8th, the day after.
Dude, I hate this.
Another banger shot right there of the hotel being under construction. That hotel is still under construction to this day. Probably a little bit more since the hurricanes.
I think it's going to be gone for a few days. Anyways, all of us are going to go back there, try to find the rest of the money if we can, but I don't know, bro. We'll have to see.
So they're going to try to get the rest of the money. The robbery went wrong, and they're going to figure out what to do now. So this is kind of like, I really want to capture a story, what happens after a failed robbery. Marcus is a getaway driver. He has to go back to the house and clean up the mess. And I don't really know where the story came from. We really want to tell a robbery sort of story, something really cool. This movie really captured the genre of robberies, of crime movies and stuff. I think we did a great job. Super low budget, by the way, capturing each tone and motion of this particular story. The shot of the ocean right there looks great.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
So, James, I don't have the money, but I'm praying to God you do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go back to the house, see if I can find the rest of it. But I don't know, bro. I'm gonna just try, see if I do. But hey, call me back whenever you get the chance. All right, bye.
As the music builds in the background. The Weekend. That was one song that really inspired kind of the story. And one thing when I'm creating a story, when I'm writing something, is what's the music that's involved? And music has a big part of that and part of the story in general. The build up, everything to it, the scenery, the shots, how the names pop up and stuff. Everything about it was perfect to me. And looking back on it like a year later, I'm like still impressed by myself. I'm like, wow, this is really well. This is Marcus. He's coming back to the scene of the crime. Obviously, he parked in the graveyard just to not be too obvious when the neighbors are watching by and stuff. So, little details like that I really focused on, in that, like, why did the character park here? Why is the character calling this person? Why is the character walking in a certain way? And if you notice, this is the same way he came out. And as we continue, this is where me and Evan, we walked out when Marcus betrayed us. Or sorry, Moses betrayed us. The door here, if you look, the door is now jammed. Now, obviously, that's kind of a dumb, like, writing thing, but I wanted to get that out of the way, just so the character couldn't go through the back door here. So he's trying to find a way in. This is what I was talking about before. The daylight scenes look really, really good. And, this is just, normal sunlight. I barely did anything here in terms of editing and stuff. It looks great. He's looking in the shed. This is a good part here. Especially with the music in the background, like we talked about before. He's got a hammer. It's building the tension. We're stretching it out. So he's contemplating trying to break into the window, but obviously, if he breaks into a window, that's going to be obvious to the homeowner. So, but he's just trying to think of a way. And I love how that tension just drops, because that's the moment where he just decides not to do it because it's too fucking risky. And then, I guess this was kind of lame also. The back door has been unlocked this entire time. That's something that normal homeowners do either way, where they accidentally leave, like, the back door while he's on vacation. Stuff like that happens, and to have that kind of being an obvious plot point was kind of coincidental, and obviously, I guess, lazy writing. I don't know. But I couldn't find another way where he could have broke into the house without causing a major destruction. And I wanted to be a little bit more complicated and have a little bit more of a challenge. And just going back through where he came through before, now looking back on it, it doesn't make sense why that door jammed and then why this one was unlocked. Why did that jam when it worked just fine? Maybe that gives a little bit more mystery. Maybe the homeowner was back earlier today, and maybe there's a few interpretations there. Maybe the homeowner came back, and maybe he's out to go get some groceries. Who knows? He does a very smart thing here. He takes off his shoes to leave any footprints or dirt and stuff. Here is one thing I don't really like. They can probably notice a lot of shit in the background, and obviously you can see like happy birthday stuff, cards, and whatever, a bunch of random shit in the background. That's one thing I don't like about this movie. It's just the background and the setting could have been a lot cleaner. I think every other location in this movie was great. It had a lot of clean shots, and it wasn't too crowded in the background. Maybe it makes sense in a story. Maybe the homeowner just threw a party and forgot to take down the decorations. Who knows? I like to leave a little bit of imagination to the audience. To redo my house completely would have been a lot of work, and that would have been a whole day's thing, and we just kind of had to shoot. So this is Marcus. He's searching through the drawers, again with the music in the background. Now here's where you get some very low quality shots. It's kind of zoomed out a bit on the iPhone, so there wasn't much here you can do. But I really love how it's all coming out so far. So he's calling James right now, which is me, my character, and I haven't been answering all day. And this is when the homeowner is coming back home. he's back in the house now. And Abizer here, he's 15 at the time, so we were like, all right, I guess he's this rich kid who owns his house. I mean, there wasn't much explanation we had to go through, and we just kind of made it up. All right, he's the homeowner. This is the deal and stuff. But anyways, so he notices it's unlocked. He's like, oh shit. Evan's scared out of his mind. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. He sees some shoes there. He sees a hammer there. So now he knows. And that detail goes back to what happened earlier where he wanted to take off his shoes because he didn't want to track dirt in the house. He had to get the hammer because he was trying to find a way in. And those two things is what the homeowner saw, leading the homeowner to obviously know there's someone in my fucking house. And if you notice, we filmed this scene over 2 days, and a lot of the props and stuff in the background is taken down, and a lot of stuff is moved around. I went through as much as possible the day before because we had a Beezer here for the second day. You'll only notice really if I point it out, or if you watch it multiple times. You'll know, oh shit, that happy birthday sign is taken down or whatever. Oh shit, I remember that. So that moment where he gets a text message on his phone, that actually happened in real life on the spot. And we kind of improvised the rest of the scene and how it's going to play out. And then he just went, oh shit, like that. And then we just kind of wrote that into the story. And then that's how a Beezer knows that, hey, there's someone in my house. And he gets a golf club. I really want to get a golf club for this scene here, just to build tension also. He checks the other rooms. Alright. He's not there. It's gotta be in the bathroom, pretty much. I love this scene. This scene right here was so much fun to film, and this was the last scene that we filmed in the entire movie. We had so many different takes of the scene where he knocks him out in the bathroom. We tried so many different things, and I think the part where we came up with here was the best. And I'll let you guys see it. So obviously he's not in the bathtub. He looks up. Bam! I love that scene no matter what. That scene is amazing to me.
Don't worry.
One thing that I noticed throughout that scene where I tried to have like a little bit slow motion at parts and then went back to normal speed, that kind of was too obvious, and I think the slow-mo aspect could have been done a little bit better. And it wasn't really like that slow motion. I just want to slow the scene a little bit because he was moving too fast in real time.
Of course it didn't kill him. I'm not stupid. Yeah, Moses. I can't believe you did that. I think he's still pissed off about that last job. And James hasn't been answering my calls all day. I think he might have ran into trouble.
Yeah, Evan did a good job on that scene. So it's 11:56, Sunday, October 8th. So the reason why it's called The Weekend, and get this, big shocker here, it takes place over a weekend. I guess titles don't really matter at the end of the day, but I wanted to be nothing too generic, like, oh, the robbery, or, you know, the weekend robbery. I wanted to be The Weekend because, like, if someone says The Weekend, I think of the movie. So I don't know, it's just something that I try not to use generic titles or something that first comes to mind. I like to think about it a little bit more and make it a little bit more catchy because, I don't know, I like it. So here comes Abdil with this car, and this is back when he had a cooler car. We used this for the scene. This scene right here was a lot of fun to do. He's got the Puerto Rican flag right there. Oh shit. He's got the gun stick to his back like that.
You got
and then
it.
in the next shot, he doesn't have the
Same
gun.
thing.
So
What the hell happened last night?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we messed up on that part.
Kill you. Can't believe you stabbed us in the back.
What are you talking about?
Yo, put it down.
You and James were gonna stab me in the back.
I really love this shot.
What did James tell you last night?
I think when we first made that scene, it came out better in real time than actually. I think the editing could have been a little bit better on my end. I think it just happens too fast, and you don't really get a gist of what truly happened. And it's more explained here in the flashback scene. James is the one who betrayed him, not Moses. I think I could have captured that moment a little bit better, and I think even now I don't really understand what really happened. And then they race down the guns. I really love that part. These guys did a great job with that. The Nerf guns, we could have just like rented out like realer looking guns, BB guns or something like that, just to give a little bit more tension with the scene. And on the set, I remember we tried to make sense of everything that we did. Why does it look like a Nerf gun? Well, we painted it like a Nerf gun because we don't want people to think it's a real gun. Things like that to make it more in sense in the story. So like in the story, those are actual real guns, but it's painted like a Nerf gun too. I like to roast myself just for me, for feedback and stuff. This is when we're searching the house.
We ended up finding the cash. James told me that he was gonna keep hold on the cash, but I didn't trust him.
This is a flashback. I really love the scene where he runs down the street, he jumps the fence, he runs down the street here. Again, it's a little low quality, but that's the best we can do.
I think he put us against each other. Now that I think about it, I think he has the other half of the cash and is lying to us about it. He wanted me to come back to the house today because he knew the homeowner was going to be there.
Well, we can try to come back tomorrow. At least try to get the best of it.
He was trying to set us up from the beginning.
All right, see you, man.
All right, see ya. I didn't even have the cash this morning. So that means he must still have it. But I don't get it. Why would he do that, though?
Because he was mad about the last job. It didn't go as planned.
Get this bastard.
Let's get him.
I got the location. I'll send it.
Send it.
And then Toxic Ed's in the background. They're gonna go get James. He's got the money. And that is the weekend ending off on a cliffhanger. And then we got Toxic Ends in the background. Oh my gosh. This reaction here has been really eye-opening to what I've accomplished, and just remembering the process of everything, the process of editing and recording and shooting this whole thing. But yeah, let's just dive into a little bit more and then kind of wrap things up.
So after seeing the weekend, going into it, I was actually a little bit nervous, and I think looking back on it before I reacted to it, I really looked down upon, I guess, because I used to think it was super low quality, and I've upgraded since. I've made a lot of other short films, so I guess looking back on it, I was a little bit afraid I was gonna be like too cringy, too cliche, too whatever. But actually, it had a lot of great stuff, and I'm beyond impressed with myself that I was able to create such kind of in-depth story. Maybe a little bit too complicated for a short film, but it was super detailed. It had a lot of great cinematography, a lot of great action and stuff, and an interesting plot, at least to me. And looking back on it a year later, it was done amazing. And obviously, of course, there are many things that I could improve on. I think the editing did a great job. There was a few editing things here and there that could have been done better. Cinematography, like I said, was done great, but at the nighttime scenes, those didn't end up too well. That's something I'm still trying to nail down, and obviously shooting in daylight is more practical and stuff for any type of film, even if you have a big budget. Shooting in nighttime is just a pain in the ass, no matter what. So that's just one thing I gotta nail in the future. My script writing and stuff has got better. I think I really wanted to keep the lines here minimal. I really wanted this to be kind of an action, not really action, but where the characters don't say much. It's mostly them trying to do something. Like, most of the movie is when Marcus tries to break into the house and get the rest of the money. We have a beginning, middle, and end, and I think that the whole formula of the film really works is the setup of it. all right, there's people breaking into a house, something went wrong, we gotta get away, and then the next day, the main character has to go back and clean it all up. And at the end, where there's a twist, something happens, and they have to go kill their old partner, which I really love, I guess, the ending twist and where it leaves off. Originally, I remember I had it written out that Marcus Moses, they go to kill James, and there's a whole scene ending where I'm involved and I get killed. And that scene would have worked, but that would make the movie like 20 minutes. I really want to keep this one as small as I can with telling the same story that I wanted to. So I got rid of the ending there. And I think that cliffhanger ending works so well because it leaves me wanting more, at least for me. And I've always talked about making a Weekend Part 2, but I don't think that's going to really happen anytime soon as much as I would have wanted to. We had such a great time filming this one and other short films that we've done together. Me and my friends, we had such a blast, and I've created so many behind the scenes videos talking about the making of The Weekend, and this is one special project to me in my heart, and I talked about this in my recent video, Fatal is Not Final, kind of a brief documentary over my whole filmmaking journey so far. This is something that really kickstarted my ambition for creating more on YouTube, creating stuff, and even though I'm still a small channel, under 100 subs, I'm still creating, I'm still doing what I love, and I'm really excited for the future. I got a lot of future short films planned and other projects, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think The Weekend holds a special place in my heart, not just because it's a good movie and stuff, but it's something that really kickstarted the ambition and drive within me to work hard on YouTube and stuff. And life gets in the way, but I'm still going through. And with these next projects coming up soon in 2025, you guys have no idea. We have a lot planned. But anyways, thank you again for watching. This has been a great, realization and really fun reaction. I really love to sit back and rewatch one of my movies. Thank you for watching. If you are new, join our Discord if you are interested in joining this community. If you are new, subscribe to check out my other content and future movies and stuff, future features and future short films. Thank you again for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.